Most people think having more money will magically solve all their problems. And honestly, that belief makes sense. When money is tight, almost every problem feels financial. Bills, rent, food, emergencies, stress. So it's easy to assume that once money increases, life automatically becomes simple. But here's the uncomfortable truth. More money doesn't remove problems. It changes their shape and often makes them more complex. When you have very little, your problems are obvious. You know exactly what you're worried about. You need more income. You need stability. You need security. The challenges are loud, direct, and urgent. But as money increases, problems don't disappear. They become quieter, more layered, and harder to recognize. And that's where many people get caught off guard. In the first 20 seconds, let's be honest about this. More money will not fix your life. It will reveal it. It will expose your habits, your discipline, your mindset, and your values. Money doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. If you are careless with little money, you will likely be careless with more. If you avoid responsibility now, you will avoid bigger responsibility later. One of the first complexities that comes with more money is decision fatigue. When resources are limited, choices are simple. You buy what you can afford. When money grows, options multiply. Where to invest, what to buy, who to trust, which opportunity to say yes to and which to ignore. Each decision carries consequences, and the cost of mistakes increases. More money demands better thinking, not just more spending. Another hidden problem is expectation. When your income rises, people around you often assume your capacity has risen infinitely. Family members expect help. Friends expect generosity. Society expects you to live at a higher standard. Even if no one says it directly, the pressure is there. Saying no becomes harder, and every yes slowly chips away at your financial clarity. Lifestyle expansion also becomes more subtle. With more money, spending doesn't always feel irresponsible. It feels justified. Better comfort, better convenience, better experiences. None of these are bad on their own. But without awareness, expenses grow to match income again. And suddenly, despite earning more, the feeling of financial pressure returns. This time, it's just wearing better clothes. More money also introduces complexity in relationships. Power dynamics shift. Some people admire you, others resent you. Some seek advice, others seek advantage. Trust becomes harder to measure because intentions are no longer clear. You start wondering whether people value you for who you are or for what you have. This psychological weight is something few people talk about. Then there's the complexity of risk. With more money, you have more to lose. This changes how you see opportunity. Moves that once felt exciting now feel dangerous. You become more cautious, sometimes too cautious. Fear shifts from survival to preservation, and preservation can quietly turn into stagnation if you're not careful. Time management becomes another issue. More money often comes with more responsibility, more assets to manage, more decisions to oversee, more systems to maintain. Freedom doesn't automatically arrive with income. In many cases, income increases while time freedom decreases. People become financially richer but mentally busier. There is also the mental burden of comparison at higher levels. When you earn more, you stop comparing yourself to where you came from and start comparing yourself to people far ahead. Someone always has more. Someone is always doing better. Instead of gratitude, dissatisfaction sneaks in. This keeps the finish line moving and the pressure constant. Another complexity is the fear of losing what you've built. When you have little, you fear not having enough. When you have more, you fear falling back. This fear can drive anxiety, overwork, and an inability to enjoy the present. Money that was supposed to create peace starts creating tension. Taxes, legal structures, and financial systems also become part of your life. Things you never worried about before suddenly matter. Compliance, optimization, documentation, planning. Mistakes are no longer small. They are expensive. And ignorance becomes a liability instead of an inconvenience. More money also reveals value conflicts. You start realizing that not everything can be bought without cost. Time with family, health, peace of mind, integrity. As income rises, trade-offs become more visible. You may earn more but feel further from the life you actually want. This creates an internal conflict that money alone cannot solve. Another uncomfortable reality is that money attracts noise. Opportunities, offers, investments, ideas. Some are good. Many are not. Filtering signal from noise becomes a skill. Without it, people get overwhelmed or distracted, chasing too many things and mastering none. Even generosity becomes complex. Helping others is meaningful, but without boundaries, it leads to dependency and resentment. You start questioning how much to give, to whom, and in what form. These are emotional decisions, not just financial ones. At higher levels of income, mistakes hurt more. A bad investment is no longer a lesson. It's a setback. A wrong partnership is no longer inconvenient. It's costly. This pressure can lead to paralysis, where people avoid decisions entirely just to avoid making the wrong one. More money also challenges identity. If your self-worth becomes tied to income, fluctuations feel personal. A bad month feels like failure. A good month feels like validation. This emotional attachment creates instability that has nothing to do with actual financial health. The biggest myth is that money buys peace by default. Peace comes from alignment, not income. Alignment between how you earn, how you spend, how you invest, and how you live. Without alignment, more money simply magnifies misalignment. This is why some people with modest income sleep better than those with far more. Their lives are simpler. Their choices are clearer. Their expectations are realistic. Meanwhile, others earn more but live in constant tension, managing complexity they never prepared for. Money is a tool, powerful one, but tools require skill. The more powerful the tool, the greater the damage when used without understanding. More money demands more awareness, more discipline, and more clarity, not just ambition. So if you're chasing more money hoping it will fix everything, pause for a moment. Ask yourself whether you're also building the mindset, habits, and systems required to handle it. Because money doesn't simplify life automatically. It tests your ability to simplify it intentionally. In the end, the goal is not to have more money. The goal is to have fewer unnecessary problems. And that comes not from income alone, but from wisdom, boundaries, and self-awareness. More money creates more complex problems. But with the right mindset, it can also create better ones. And that difference changes everything.